members, community members, families of survivors, as well as invited guests. Today is a significant day as we honor and celebrate survivors of Indian residential schools. We also honor the children that didn't make it home while in attendance at both St. Mary's and St. Paul's Indian residential schools. So as we honor and celebrate, we must also acknowledge the sadness, the grief, the loss that comes with the aftermath of the Indian residential school era. So I'm quite happy to see the support that we have, but I'm also quite honored and humbled that we will have a ceremony this year to send the spirits of the children that didn't make it home. And while we live the effects of the hard work that our ancestors have paved for us, we must remember to try hard for our children, our grandchildren, and 7 generations to come.
My name is Keith. I'm just going to explain to you what we're going to do the ceremonial part of it. The pipe carriers that they have, they will fill their pipes. While they're filling their pipes, I will be singing what we call the 4 directions. We're offering the pipes to the 4. So when they finish their offering, they'll fill them. And we're going to sing 4 ceremonial songs. And each time we finish a song, we will say a prayer. We want to honor, acknowledge the 76 that we know of. So after Carolyn will announce the names, after each thing we'll give a ceremonial. That's to acknowledge them. And there's quite a few of them. Like I said, there's 76. And I'll offer food to them. And I'll give it to my grandson. And we're going to make it an offering tree under one of the trees here. That's part of the offering. Okay?
For Alice Brown.
All together. And we'll have a moment's silence for each name. So please acknowledge Alice Brown with a moment of silence, and I will offer. There it is. Alice Brown. No mata po. Kitsi o short po. Anaka. Ai kito chipiot. Oh, Alice Brown. Pa mata po. Pa na. Stama mata po. Ya kita no ta. Se my next kitsi kai se mata. Anya ko hasta. Eka kimin. Oh, okay.
For Alan, White Horse Medicine.
Alan White Horse Medicine. Namaste. Oko do kita po. Ako tio what do kamsa kita bisa pauna. Stama mata po. Ya kita ni uta sama kitika ismata. Oh, kro kis ko na koknas. Han.
For Alan, Calf Robe. For Andrew, Small Feet. For Angelina, Hoof. For Annie, Crane Chief. For Annie, Wadsworth. For Barbara, Little Shield. For Beatrice, Hoof. For Bernice, Wadsworth. For Bertie, Mistaken Chief. For Cavell, Carey, Something from Running Antelope Band. For Cecile, prairie chicken. For Dan, Oka. For Dick, standing alone. For Edith, carry something. For Edith, rabbit. For Eileen, bottle. For Ernest, fox head. For Ethel, running antelope. For Florence, weasel fat. For Flossie, rider. For Francis, soup. For Frank, many fingers. For Frank, plaited hair. For George, bad arm. For George, spear chief. For Gordon, one spot. For Grace, chief moon. For Harriet, Wadsworth. For Helen, chief mountain. For Ivy, bull shield. For Jay, pine bow. For Jane, calf child. For Jenny, Hassan. For Jim, only chief. For Josie, plain woman. For Julia, crow chief. For Lawrence, mistaken chief. For Lawrence, weasel fat. For Lauren, big snake. For Louise, mountain horse. For Mabel, black horse. For Marguerite, de charm. For Marjorie, hindbow. For Martin, sweeps toward the fire. For Mary, blue wings. For Mary, buckskin. For Mary, mountain horse. For Mary, Susie, hoof. For Mary, Wadsworth. For Muriel, plaited hair. For Norman, nice cutter. For Nellie, three guns. For Paul, Somatani. For Pearl, Brave Rock. For Peter, Crazy Bull. For Philip, never gets out. For Philip, Wadsworth. For Queenie, small eagle. For Rhoda, black plum. For Ronald, gets lots of wood in the night. For Rosie, bull shields. For Sarah, Healy. For Susie, bull shields. For Susie, small wolf. For 3 stars. For Viola, gets wood. For Vivian, gets wood. For Wallace, Creighton. For Wilbur, mountain horse. For Wilford, eagle speaker. For Wolf Child. That concludes the list that we know of from St. Paul's Residential School. Now the pipe carriers will sing a journey song? Yeah. A journey song. they'll make the offering now and they'll pack up, and we'll do the same ceremony at St. Mary's gravesite. So if we want to follow each other, ride with one another, but the pipe carriers will conduct the same ceremony there for those children that didn't make it home. So this portion of the ceremony, we will call out each student's name that didn't return home. We honor them, we celebrate their spirit and all the children's spirits that attended Indian Residential Schools. Albert Plain Woman.
Albert Plain Woman. Naamo sen o kutsit. Okono kia kamsa kita pessit. Eko kuatto ja käksikit stot maa. Okono ha paunapsi. O kamsa kita sa paunapsi. Ja kita mata puhua. Hei.
Amy shot both sides.
Amy shot both sides. Naamo sen o kutsit. Sit stoh pinnanak. Ama okono kita ja kuatto. Ja kamsa kita sa paunapsi. Ja kita ni to me. Ha paunapsi ja kita mata puhua.
For Annie Sweetgrass. For Aristide across the mountain. For Arson Nakapi. For Arthur Heavyhead. For Bernard Heavyhead. For Bernard Heavyhead. For Bertha Many Feathers. For Bertha Two Thieves. For Crane Medicine Crane. For Donald Shade. For Eileen Standing Alone. For Emma Wells. For Ernest Wolfchild. For Francis Black Forehead. For Gabriel Weaselhead. For George Goodrider. For George Scout. For Jack Bad Name. For Jim Blackface. For John Chief Moon. For Joseph Chief Body. For Josephine Big Head. For Lillian Skipper. For Lily Shot Both Sides. For Mary Shot Both Sides. For Mary Ann Skipper. For Mary Jane Tuwapisam. For Mary Jack. For Mary Spider. For Mike Crow Spread His Wings. For Peter Crossbuck. For Peter Goodrider. For Rachel Heavyhead. For Remy Snake Eater. For Stanley Crow Eagle. For Tom Blackface. For Wallace Across the Mountain. For Walter Stevens. For Willie Black Forehead.
Okay, that's it. We're going to sing a journey song for them.